So hi, I'm Guden. I'm here to show you my Critical Strike Discharge character. I did put up a video previously for this character. It was, pre-patch. The latest patch actually made Discharge useful, and that you actually might want to cast it now. So, bravo. The idea behind this character was to use the new Vol's Protector, which gain a power charge for each enemy you hit with a critical strike. So, like, if you do Discharge, you get, like, crit, and you hit, like, 7 guys, you blast, like, 7 power charges away, and then you get them back, like, immediately, and you go, like, pop, 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 and then, like, get them all back in, like, a second, and just be, like, use Discharge as a charge generator, and then you keep blowing stuff up. That was the idea, but before it had, like, a 4% crit chance, and just, like, it didn't work at all. It also didn't actually do enough damage to be worth casting. But now it actually is, and it's pretty awesome. So, modified my character a little bit. I got rid of Freezing Pulse, which was my previous single target skill, because now I have Discharge for single target, because it actually does worthwhile damage. But Spark has now been replaced as the standard charge generator. So I casted it once, and now I have 5. Just black or lag. That's cool. Hey. Yeah, so Spark gets back pretty quickly. That's mainly just because I have just an obscene amount of crit, and Spark has about a 50% chance. Let's go with the charges. Let's see what Spark does. Yeah, about 45% chance on cast to spit out some crit crit sparks. So it's pretty reliable for getting sparks with this character. That works for a guy with like an obscene amount of crit. For less amounts, you might want to switch to Ice Spear, because that does have the added bonus. But, it works pretty good as a charge generator. Once you get the charges up, you can just keep blasting. That was kind of like the idea of this character. So you just use Discharge as a charge generator. Yeah. But since it was modified, since it was modified, got rid of Freeze Pulse, got Spark, and now it's an updated video. Because, this skill is actually worth using now, and this build does a lot of cool things. Maybe if I find an Elemental Reflect pack, I can show off my sweet Shoutsu impersonation. that'll be interesting. But I don't think I'll find one. So what does this guy do? Basically, just tons of crit and discharge. So, aptly named the Crit Discharge build. So hopefully you get crits, bam, get them all back, bam. The sparks just fly around, just keep collecting charges. As for skills, I got a real powerful Spark Gem, level 1. Deals a maximum of 3 lightning damage. You know what? Yeah, that might even. If I cast this against a guy for maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Where's a guy? Let's find some guy. You. Oh man, look at that sick damage. Sick. Yeah, it does pretty awesome damage. So I got my level 1 Spark. Super powerful. I was considering, Spark linked to GMP and Fork, just so I get tons and tons of projectiles. And if any of those things are criticals, and they hit something, I get a power charge back. So you can just kind of cast Spark up in a random direction and get power charges. Elemental Reflect is kind of powerful, especially when you have a skill that does 30,000 top end damage on a crit. So there were a couple ways you could do with that. One was to just blast all your charges away, and then just hit him with like 1 charge at a time with like an Enduring Cry. So just like bam, 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 and you don't take all the damage all at once. Spread it out a little bit. The alternative is to maybe link added chaos damage to Spark instead of like blind or fork or something, and you know it'll actually do, you know, all right damage, especially since spark crits a whole lot. And that would do enough to take care of elemental reflect mobs after you get rid of the other guys. So that's one thing to do. The other is to just use cold snap, because cold snap gets rid of the cooldown if you cast it with power charges. So you get like one free cast, bang, then it goes on cooldown. But if you cast it again, it just eats power charge. Yeah. And it does alright damage. Yeah. Also freezes everything. That's the other way to deal with reflect. Instead of increased AoE, I was considering like cold penetration. So, you know, so it could consistently do good damage, because, you know, I don't really need the AoE. I don't know. I'll play around with it. Elemental reflect is pretty rare, but, you know, it's kind of an issue. What else? Yeah, so I got some crazy combo to go. So if I want to like do damage, like freeze everything and then just blow them up, and that is like the most awesome shit I've ever seen in this game, personally. I mean, come on. Oh man, sick Shiatsu impersonation. Oh, I'm gonna get you, Nyapo! By the power of 7 Dragon Balls. So yeah, it's actually a good time to restart, actually. So I have a bunch of Enduring Cries here, but I only have, you know, like 3 red slots. So when I cast my auras, I put a reduced mana gem on, and it's like, bam, clarity, and then just like, get that discipline on, get all that extra energy shield, or mana, in this case. Swap it out, and then cast the other ones. And oh my god, got all the auras on reduced mana, and all the Enduring Cries. All my Enduring Cries are like different qualities. So I got one that's like, you know, crap quality, one that's like not crap quality, and one's like, you know, decent quality. So I can kind of tell them apart in the toolbar, so I don't like randomly select like 2 of the same ones. So I gotta bang and make sure. So that's one thing. What else? I don't know. Just freeze everything. I need to talk to myself. Ooh, go away. Hey, what am I doing? Hey, added chaos. Stab it. That's it. Yeah, I'll just go over the possible ways you can modify Discharge. So one of them was, get out of my inventory, you dirty blue. Yeah, like there's a lot of ways to modify Discharge. Like you can use lightning penetration, which is pretty good for dealing with elemental resist. Like as it just resists every element. Because they just resist lightning, yeah. Where you can just pop a whole bunch of Enduring Cries and blow them up with fire instead of lightning. And since Enduring Cry, one of the previous patches, they like made the cast time like instant, so it's like, yeah, it's super fast now. So you don't have to link it to like faster casting or anything. So, lightning penetration helps deal with that. Just elemental resist specifically. But you can replace that with like increased crits or faster casting or increased AoE instead of conk effect, which is the bomb, by the way. Let's just swap these out. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, look at this. Boom! Takes up the whole screen. There's no escape from it. It's got that much range. Yeah. And like under this circumstance, this will just do shock stacks on everything. Like it does less damage, but it covers more area. And since Discharge hits like a truck that was already hit by a train, you know, it'll shock basically anything in the game. It'll kill rares and like they're nothing. So with faster casting, you know, less damage, but more shocks. It's actually pretty good in like a grip scenario. Yeah. You know. As for gear, the main three things. Get out of my world. The main three things are these crit daggers with the increased crit strike chance for spells, specifically on Chris daggers. So I have like 2 of them, which gives a ton of crit chance, along with the Vol's Protector, which makes this whole build work. So gain a power charge for each enemy you hit with a crit. It's really what ties it all together. So, cast, yeah, 1 cast, so many crits, and then keep on coming too. Yeah. But personally, my favorite combo is the warp in. Oh. Freeze them on the way in and then blow them. I kinda screwed it up there because I forgot what I was doing. Wow, kinda missed. I'll get it eventually. And that works a lot better with concentrated effect and like, you know, increased crits or something. Because if you're using like increased radius, this thing is just has so much range. But like, if you equip like, we got 2 Divinariuses and like the Carcass Jack and like a quality increased AoE, thing would hit off screen, be the world buster. Then it would go like out to here, be ridiculous. But I only have 1 Divinarius, and it's not that much more. I guess we'll see what it does. I don't need those auras anyways. Who needs the purity aura? Actually, I need the purity aura. I'm pretty. Yeah. Yeah. UI. Yeah, I don't really notice the difference. I think if you had all that stuff combined, oh man. Now keep in mind the Divinarius doesn't have as much crit as a properly rolled Chris, but it doesn't get a lot of spell damage. So what's the difference? DPS 16,000 DPS versus 14,000. So I actually do get more DPS, but I don't really care about DPS. I care about the actual damage per crit and the frequency of crits. Specifically, I really care about the frequency of crits, because if this character does not crit, this character dies. Critical strikes the lifeblood of the crit caster Discharge Pete North build. That's what makes it all work together. What else have I gone over? Cold Snap, Elemental Proliferation. Hilarious. Why deal with enemies, right? That didn't work. I don't want to deal with you! Get out of my world! Yeah, linking Cold Pen to it would make it slightly more reliable against cold resistant enemies. But, you know, that's how it works. What else we got here? Flasks, Surgeon Flasks. Seething Hull of the Flask is daunting because it removes bleeding. And as a character with no armor at all, bleeding is really bad. Basically, if this guy gets punctured, he dies without this flask. And kind of important to have. Pre-patch just didn't actually exist, so it's nice. Like, if this was pre-patch, the guy would actually have to warp to enemies and kill them to get leeched life back, so it didn't die from puncture. That's how he would used to be used, but now Not so bad. Oh yeah, if anyone dies to puncture now in hardcore, you cannot complain anymore, as these flasks exist. So, haha! No more hardcore complaints from puncture being OP. What else? Oh yeah, where's this build headed? Obviously, there's future plans. So I was probably gonna like refund that, and then like in a few levels go like one to get conduit over here. Obviously, because I get so many charges. Sharing of my team, be a bro move. And then after that go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then grab this endurance charge and these burning damage nodes. Because with Enduring Cry, like it'll do a lot of fire damage, and since crits occur so regularly with Discharge, like it'll do quite a bit of damage. And it would, like, yeah, it'll hit pretty hard. Let's get some damage numbers. What are some damage numbers? Discharge, fire damage. So yeah, like 1,100 to 1,700, and if you get times 3, that would be like around 5,000 damage top end. It's like 3 to 5k, which is as much as like crazy fire trap build actually does per hit. So it's actually fine damage. That's why I was considering those increased burning nodes. Then after that, I don't really know what to get. I'll figure it out. I don't really plan on leveling this guy up to like past 80 or so. So it's about done there. It's usually where I kind of retire characters at. It kind of gets pretty boring playing after that with the same guy. This guy's pretty awesome with the teleport in, freeze everything, and then explode. That never gets old. But, you know, it can't get old after doing it for like 10 years. Pete North style. What else? Am I missing anything? Oh yeah. You could run Blood Rage to get frenzy charges. Personally, I don't think killing yourself when you already kill everything anyways is a really good solution. 4% of physical life. Yeah, 4% of max life damage as chaos a second. That's a lot. Especially when you deal with having to deal with the leech cap all the time, which is when it's going to start fighting that, it's going to be, what, 16% life back per second instead of 20? Instead of 21, actually. I have a 1% node there. So I don't really... Blood Rage does really hinder our ability to get life. Oh yeah, you could link, instead of blind, link knockback to spark here. It shoots out tons of shit, and like it'll always knock back, or statistically always knock back. The RNG might have other statistics for you, but it should do that. Anything else? Links. Lightning Warp were linked to random shit. Enduring Cry is linked to nothing. Cold Snap. Element of Proliferation. Concentrated Effect. Life Leech. I don't know. Wear some pants!